Have you ever taken off your socks at the end of the day and noticed those deep marks around your ankles? Maybe your shoes feel tighter than they used to. Your feet look puffier, heavier, and naturally, your mind goes straight to one scary thought. Is something wrong with my heart? Here's the thing most people over 60 are never told. For many of you, it's not your heart at all. It's your lymph system quietly slowing down. And the good news? There's a simple, gentle habit, just 5 minutes a day, that can help your body drain that fluid naturally. Let's talk about what's really going on and what you can do about it. If you're over 60, swollen ankles and feet are incredibly common. You're not alone in this. It shows up gradually, maybe after a long day standing or even after sitting too long. And while it can feel uncomfortable, even a little alarming, it doesn't always mean something serious is wrong. Now, of course, there are times when swelling needs medical attention. But for many older adults, especially in the US, where daily routines often involve long periods of sitting, watching TV, driving, or working at a desk, the real issue is much simpler. It's about circulation, and more specifically, your lymphatic system. Most people have heard about blood circulation, but very few understand the lymph system, even though it plays a huge role in how your body handles fluid, waste, and inflammation. Today, we're going to walk through what's actually happening in your body, why swelling becomes more common after 60, and most importantly, how a small daily habit can make a noticeable difference. Nothing complicated, nothing extreme, just simple, doable steps. Let's start with something most people don't realize. As you age, your body's natural drainage system slows down. Your lymphatic system is like a quiet helper working behind the scenes. It moves excess fluid, toxins, and waste out of your tissues. But unlike your heart, which pumps blood automatically, your lymph system doesn't have its own pump. It relies on movement, walking, stretching, even small muscle contractions. When you were younger, you moved more without thinking about it. But over time, routines change. Maybe you sit longer. Maybe your steps are fewer. And slowly, that lymph flow becomes sluggish. That's when fluid starts to settle, especially in your lower legs and ankles. Think of it like a slow-moving stream. If the water keeps flowing, everything stays clear. But if it slows down too much, things start to build up. Now here's where it gets interesting. Gravity is working against you. When you're standing or sitting for long periods, fluid naturally moves downward. Your ankles and feet are the lowest point, so that's where it collects. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine someone like Mary, a 68-year-old retired teacher. She spends a good part of her day reading, watching her favorite shows, and chatting with family on the phone. By evening, her ankles feel tight, her shoes feel snug, and she assumes it's just part of getting older. But what's really happening is that her lymph system hasn't been getting the movement it needs to push that fluid back up. Now, here's something important. Not all swelling is the same. If swelling comes on suddenly, or it's painful, or only in one leg, that's something to check with a doctor. But if it's mild, both ankles, and worse at the end of the day, that often points to fluid buildup related to circulation and lymph flow. And that's where small daily habits can make a big difference. So let's talk about the simple 5-minute habit that helps your body naturally drain that fluid. It starts with elevation. This is one of the easiest and most effective things you can do. When you elevate your legs slightly above heart level, you're working with gravity instead of against it. Now, you don't need anything fancy. A comfortable spot on your couch or bed. A couple of pillows under your legs. Just 5 minutes. That's it. What this does is allow the fluid that's been pooling in your ankles to gently move back into circulation, where your body can process it. But here's the part most people skip. Movement while elevated. Even small movements can wake up your lymph system. While your legs are elevated, try gently flexing your feet. Point your toes away from you, then bring them back toward you. Slow. Easy. No strain. This simple motion activates the calf muscles, often called your second heart, because they help push fluid upward. Now here's something most people overlook. Breathing plays a role too. Deep, slow breathing actually helps move lymph fluid through your body. It creates subtle pressure changes inside your chest and abdomen, which encourages flow. So while your legs are elevated, take a few slow breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Nothing forced, just relaxed. It may seem small, but it adds up. Let's talk about another important factor, hydration. It sounds counterintuitive, But not drinking enough water can actually make swelling worse. When your body senses dehydration, it holds onto fluid. It's a protective response. So if you're drinking less to avoid bathroom trips, your body may be doing the opposite of what you expect, holding onto fluid in places like your ankles. Now, you don't need to overdo it. Just steady, consistent hydration throughout the day. Small sips. Regular intervals. Now, here's something worth mentioning. Foot and ankle movement during the day matters more than you think. You don't need a full workout. Even small actions, like rotating your ankles while sitting, or standing up and walking around for a minute every hour, can keep that lymph flow active. Think of it as keeping the stream moving. Let's go back to Mary for a moment. Once she started adding just 5 minutes of leg elevation in the afternoon, plus a few simple ankle movements during the day, she noticed something interesting. Her ankles felt lighter. Her shoes fit more comfortably, and she didn't feel that same heaviness by evening. Nothing dramatic, just steady improvement. That's how this works. Now, here's another gentle tip. Avoid tight socks or bands around your ankles. Those can restrict flow and make swelling worse. If you notice marks on your skin, it's worth choosing looser options or specially designed compression socks, but only if they're comfortable and recommended for you. And finally, consistency beats intensity. You don't need long sessions or complicated routines. Your body responds best to small, regular habits. 5 minutes a day, done consistently, can do more than an hour once a week. So let's bring this all together. Swollen ankles after 60 are often not a sign of something serious like heart trouble. In many cases, it's your lymph system slowing down, combined with gravity and daily habits. But the good news is, your body still responds. When you elevate your legs, even for a few minutes, when you gently move your feet and ankles, when you stay hydrated and keep your body in motion throughout the day, you're helping your natural systems do what they were designed to do. Drain, circulate, restore balance. This isn't about perfection. It's about small, kind actions toward your body. And over time, those small actions can lead to lighter legs, more comfort, and a better sense of ease in your day. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. I share simple, practical tips like this to help you stay strong, comfortable, and independent at any age. And if you know someone who's been dealing with swollen ankles, feel free to share this with them. Sometimes, the smallest habit can make the biggest difference. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.